This trader wins 72% of his trades. Like he almost wins 3 out of 4 trades, but he still loses money every single month. And when looking at his data, it took me 2 minutes to figure out what was the problem. And it's the same problem I see in almost every trader I help. And it's probably why you're losing money too, even while your win rate is fine. In this video, I'm going to show you the one number that matters more than your win rate. And I'm going to give you the numbers that every funded trader should have memorized before they take a trade. This is episode 23 of the Futures Mentorship in the trade plan layer of the trader pyramid. No time to waste. Let's go. So let me show you the exact numbers. I have a student, let's call him A, and he has a 72% win rate, like objectively a good win rate, because most people would kill for a 72% win rate. But here's what his data looks like. His average win is 150. His average loss is 300. His risk to reward is 0.5 to 1. So with a 72% win rate, that means he wins 72 and he loses 28. If your losses are $300 times 28 and your wins are 150 times 72, that still means that over 100 trades with a 72% win rate, you expect him to be a billionaire, right? He only made $2,400 while risking $300 per trade. That is barely making money. But here's where it gets ugly. One bad week, one revenge trade, one time you hold your trades for too long and you lose all your profits. And that 300 average loss becomes 800 or 900 and the whole month of profits is gone. So the margin for error here is basically zero. And I teach my students to be okay to making mistakes, just make less mistakes over time. 5 mistakes this week, try to make 4 mistakes next week, 3 mistakes the week after, 2 mistakes then. And over time, you just make less mistakes, but you still will make mistakes because you're human. But what if the same trader is not shooting for 0.5 risk to reward, but what if he's going to shoot for 1 to 2 risk to reward? The exact same strategy, same napkin version of his strategy. And obviously, if you're going to shoot a higher risk to reward, your win rate will drop, but he still managed to get 50% win rate. So yes, your win rate will drop, so it's less sexy. You cannot flex to other people like, oh, I have such a high win rate, because it's irrelevant. The goal is not win rate, the goal is to make money. So let's run the numbers with his 50% win rate. So now he risks 200 per trades, and when he wins is 1 to 2, he makes 400. So it means over his next 100 trades, he's gonna win 50 and he's gonna lose 50. And if he loses $200 times 50 and he wins $400 times 50, then his net profit over 100 trades is going to be $10,000, not the 2,400 from the high win rate version. So you have a lower win rate, but you almost make 4 times the money. Same model, same execution, lower win rate, so less sexy on paper. You just need to make some more money, right? So here's the table I want you to screenshot right now. Pause the video because this is what you should aim for. Pair your risk to reward with the minimum win rate needed to become profitable. And there's no right or wrong here. If you shoot 1-to-1s, you need a 50% to become profitable. Keep in mind that, of course, 1-to-1s is easy to hit, but you also need a high win rate. So win more than you lose is a tight margin for error. You could do 1-to-1.5, need a 40% win rate. You can still lose 6 out of 10 and still make money. I think that's a pretty good deal. I like to trade 1 to 2 risk to reward because then you need over 33% to make money. And I think that's a pretty nice, you can lose also 6 out of 10 trades and still make money. I think it's a pretty good deal. That means even if you have some losing streak, you know, okay, I'm probably gonna still make money in the long run because shooting 1 to 2s is still pretty easy to take winning trades on. You can shoot a 1 to 2.5, and you can lose 7 out of 10 trades. You can shoot 1 to 3s, you only need 25%. And the higher the risk to reward you're shooting, the less win rate you need to make money. Obviously, because when you take a win on a 1 to 5, it erases most of the losses. And most swing traders and snipers lives here with a high win rate. And you can shoot 17%. That means 8 out of 10 trades you can lose and still make money. Pretty good deal. And this is what I tell all my students. Your risk to reward is more important than your win rate. The risk to reward is the number most traders are just wrong about. They're just chasing the next 90% win rate because the higher your win rate, the more money you should make, right? It's wrong. It needs to be paired together. Win rate with risk to reward. And here's something that really pisses me off. It breaks my heart seeing this. I see it every single day on social media. You see your next guru post a 95% win rate strategy. And you think, whoa, this person must be printing money. But what you don't know is how they get their 90%. What they basically do is they take a trade. The second it goes 1 or 2 points in profit, they move their stop loss to 1 point in profit. So anyway, if their trade goes to TP or just come back to break even, Because their stop loss is already in profit, it counts as a win. So they can be making $5 in a whole month, but still can claim that they have over 90% win rate over a long period of time. But you now already know that win rate is not the important factor. Actual money made. Pair your win rate with the risk to reward you're shooting. So now you know the guru playbook. Break even on every trade so they never need to show a red day. Screenshot the profits, post it online, sell the course. But they're not making money from trading. They're making money from you believing that they can trade. So again, win rate is not the goal, but money in the bank is the goal. So the math is simple, right? You know your win rate, you know the risk to reward you're shooting for. You just set your stop loss and your TP and just let the trade run. But if it's so simple, why doesn't everyone do that and make money? And it's basically two things. And I figured it out after losing $60,000 in the markets. And the first thing is cutting winners too early. You're in the trade and your voice in your head wants to take out the trades so you can lock in those paper profits every time you see one candle against your position. Or you let your losing trades run too much. Like your ego's in the way and it says, yeah, it will reverse now while you already should be out of the trade. So what happens? Your wins get smaller, your losses get bigger. And now even with a good win rate, you will not make money. That is the bridge between the phase we are now in the mentorship, building our trade system, and the next phase where we go over psychology. So in your trade plan template, you now have the trade plan itself. You have the napkin test, build your system on one page, and now you need to use the win rate hack. So the three numbers you need to write down for yourself and your trade plan right now is what is the fixed dollar amount per trade I'm willing to lose. I pick a number and don't change that. For me, it's most of the time 1% of my account. So say on a 50K pro firm account, it's $500. Number two is the risk to reward you are shooting for. You know the win rate table by now. I like to do at least a 1 to 2 so I can have a lower win rate while still making money. And number three is your max daily loss. How many trades in a row or how much money on a day are you willing to lose before you say, hey, I don't care what trades comes after. Now I'm just done for the day. And keep in mind that if you have a certain stop loss and you want to risk a certain amount of dollars per trade, you need to have the correct contract size in order. I'll leave a link in the description that will show you how to calculate the correct contract size with the fixed risk per trade. So you never need to guess about what contract size to shoot and why. In the next videos, we're going to talk about the 5 rules you need to have before every single trade and the best routine and schedule that fits your life. Not mine, not some other trader, yours. And there you have it, episode 23 of the Futures Mentorship inside the trade plan layer of the trader pyramid. If you got value from this video, make sure you like it, share it with a trading friend. Make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on to not miss out on any of the 35 episodes here in this Futures Mentorship. Slides, PDFs in the description and inside the free Discord. Next video is now appearing on the screen. And thanks for watching and I see you in the next one.